Okay, I'm going to record myself reading the packet work that you have to do for this week, which is pages 10 and 11, and then page 12. Word work. Using knowledge of syllables to read and spell words. When you listen to music, you hear a beat. You hear the beat of the drum moving the song along. When you listen to your heart, you hear a beat. This lets you know blood is pumping through your body. Words have beats too. Some words have one beat, while other words have more than one beat. Let me explain. The word chair has one beat, chair. The word paper has two beats, pay, per. The word yesterday has three beats, yes, ter, day. These beats are called syllables. Take a moment to say the words below and clap the syllables you hear. Hat. Did you clap one time and say hat? Water. Did you clap 2 times and say water? Computer. Did you clap 3 times and say computer? Television. Did you clap 4 times and say tel-e-vi-sion? Place the top of your hand under your chin. Say each word again and count how many times your mouth opens. It opens each time there is a syllable. You can clap or try the hand move to determine how many syllables are in a word. Now say the words again out loud. What do you notice? If you said each syllable contains a vowel sound, you are correct. That means when you look at each syllable in a word, you see at least one vowel. Remember, some vowels contain 2 or more vowels. For example, in the word rain, the AI makes the long A sound. One thing readers and writers do is listen to and recognize syllables and words so they can read and spell better. We all know that when we break things into smaller parts, it makes them easier too. The same is true for words. Today we are going to learn about 2 types of syllables, open and closed. Closed syllable, a syllable with a short vowel. It is spelled with a single vowel letter, ending in 1 or more consonants. For example, hat, rabbit, pencil, basketball. Open syllable, a syllable that ends with a long vowel. It is spelled with a single vowel letter. For example, me, table, music, vacation. Now it's time to practice. Read each word, decide if the underlined syllable is open or closed. Complete the chart. Top, tiger, runner, back, we, butter, spider, total, maybe, magnet, fantastic, dragon. Next week, we will learn more syllable types. We will also learn how to use this knowledge to help you read words you might not recognize and spell words that might be tricky. Okay. Editing your all about book. One thing writers do to edit their writing so that it makes sense to the reader. One important area to check is to make sure that the subject of your sentence agrees with the verb of the sentence. This is called subject-verb agreement. Here are some examples. Camilla likes salad. Camilla and Valentina like salad. Our dog is barking. Our dogs are barking. When writing, we can usually tell if subjects and verbs agree. One thing writers do is ask themselves, what is the subject of my sentence? If the subject is singular, they choose the singular form of the verb. If the subject is plural, they choose the plural form of the verb. But how do we make nouns and verbs singular and plural? We add s or es to make most subjects plural. For example, let's say fox is the subject of the sentence. We add es to make the plural foxes. But when it comes to verbs, we add s or es to make the verb singular. For example, let's say eat is the verb in the sentence. We add s to make the singular verb eats. That means a fox eats. Be careful with a few verbs like is or are, and was, were. These verbs work a little differently. Is, was are singular verbs. Are, we, are, were are plural verbs. That means he is or they are. Sometimes writers confuse subject-verb agreement when they compose a sentence and a verb doesn't come right after the subject. That's why it is important to carefully identify what the subject of your sentence actually is. Below are some sentences to practice your learning. Complete the chart. Identify the subject of the sentence and determine if it is singular or plural. Then identify the correct verb based on the choices provided for you. Sentence: the cat is are in the house. The subject is cat, it's singular, and the verb is. One of the dogs is or are in trouble. One is the subject, singular, and is the verb. The price of the apples is or are too high. Camilla eat lunch at noon. Camilla and Valentina eat or eats lunch at noon. The class of students are meeting online. All of dinner tastes yummy. Yusuf, Zhang, Ying, and Margot like or likes editing their work. Now it's time to use what you learned about subject-verb agreement and other skills to edit your All About book. After you're done, make a final copy and celebrate all your hard work. Share the book with a family member or friend.